Actually got ants on my tarp in one of my cubby holes. dubc here, and we're back on another Survival Saturday. So I haven't had a chance to come out the woods in a long time. It's been a while since I did it overnight, so I'm really excited to come back out here. Now I'm back at the shelter to see how it's doing and see if nature's overtaken it. So I'll show updates throughout the video on that. But while I'm out here, I'm always going to be checking some gear out and eat some food. For the food, I'm extremely excited to finally try the CR1M. This is menu B. I've never had one of these before. I actually had a contest where I gave one away, and Racheal Sunshine seen that, and she's like, you need to try one. So she sent this my way. So special thanks to Racheal Sunshine. Her channel is Sunshine Side of Life 77. Definitely go check her out. But thanks to her, I'll get to try this out. So I'll be eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner out of this while I'm out here. And then for the gear, I got a few other things, but one thing I'll be definitely checking out is the Alpha Outpost solar box. It's SOL. One thing I haven't done yet is demonstrate a fire with a lens. This actually comes with a lens, and I'll be starting the fire with it next. So let's get started. Okay, one thing that is kind of rough about this is where I want to start the fire. There's no sun. I mean, it's very, very little. I doubt I can get enough power to just ignite that. So I'll probably have to start my fire in the opening where there's a little bit more sun, and then bring it to this where I want to burn the fire. So I've come to a little opening. I found a little plank of wood that I'll be starting the fire on. I'm using birch bark, and now I have enough sun where I should be able to get a really nice spot of light to ignite this. I'm trying to get the ideal with one of these lenses, solar lenses, is you want to take the point and have a nice smallest point you can make with that bright light. And once you find the right spot, you'll start seeing smoke, and you know you're on the right track. I got a nice smoke. Just keep that point on there. I should get a flame. Here we go. Now I take this and go put it on our tinder pile on the campfire. I'll use this to ignite. Got there. Got our fire. So it's not too bad using the lens. It definitely helps if it's dry and you have dry material, tinder taking her off. But in a spot where you don't have sun, just get to a spot where you do, and you can start the fire and then take the fire to where you want to have the spot of the fire. Now another downside of the lens is obviously if there's no sun, no fire with it. So it's nice to have for those days that have a nice sunny day, like today is beautiful, but if you're out there and you have one and they ain't getting no sun, you ain't getting no fire. So it's always good to have multiple fire methods in your bag. All right, now we got a nice fire going. It's time to bust into this Menu B Australian Defense Force CR1M. Let's see what we got. Okay, like I said, this is a Menu B. And it doesn't have nothing on the front, and this thing is massive. I mean, it's very heavy duty ration. It's a very interesting bag. We're going to just go and slit the back right here. Nice and gently. I'm going to save this bag for the wildlife MREs for sure. Okay, first thing we got, prepared foods. Bread. That is really cool. Just bread. Got some instant mashed potatoes. Whole grain cereal bar with fruit and chia seeds. Got some M&Ms. Whole pack of Werther's Originals. This thing is loaded. Got a whole tube of sweetened condensed milk. Alright, this is one of the newer things I've tried, the yeast extract. And not a lot of people like it, but I think it's pretty good. Got a Jack Link's steak bar. Oh, that's cool. We got like a little can of cheese, processed cheddar cheese. Never seen anything like that before. And this is I think it's a 2018. Yeah. So I mean it's definitely within being good. Little pack of napkins. Okay, we got another can. This is diced 2 fruits and syrup. Very cool. We got a chocolate ration. Some noodles. MRE. Biscuit cream cracker. We got a biscuit jam sandwich. That is awesome. Creamy mushroom soup. So many things that very interesting and different from what I'm used to. All right, we have a isotonic drink powder. This is the orange flavor. We got a package of non-dairy creamer. Oh, that's awesome. Some natural muesli, fruit and seeds. Definitely breakfast. Oh, looks like a main. So this is spaghetti bolognese. Oh, cool. Look at that. Could have used that to start my fire. Looks like some weatherproof matches and some regular matches. Got the striker on the side. Definitely be adding that to one of my kits. Got a, looks like a chocolate flavor shake, nutrition shake. Oh, nice. We got a main lamb korma. And prepared foods. Got a nice gusset on there. Oh, we got another fruit bar, it looks like. All fruit bar raspberry. I'm going to zoom in on that. Like a little scrub pad for cleaning. It's really nice. Strawberry jam. It has this additional bag, maybe for trash or water or whatever you need it. And then look at this spoon. I've heard of these. That's a durable spoon right there. And we still have the accessory kit, and then we have, looks like menu listings. Okay, so yeah, this is the menu listing, has other menus on it, what's included, ingredient list and nutritions on the mains, and the soups. So it's got a lot of information on this pamphlet. You don't see that for all menus. And then the information as far as what it is, you know, if there's a contamination, best before date, water sterilization, supply data. It's a pretty awesome pack. I'll have to read through that later. Now we got a massive accessory kit. I'm going to open that. We got a pack of Tabasco. We got a can opener, so that's really nice to open the 2 cans we got. It's like 3 rubber bands to reseal. 2 packs of the Mentos Fresh, like chewing gum. Looks like maybe a lot number. Got some sugar. Some salt. Big old package of black pepper. That's really nice. Got some tomato ketchup. Tea bag. Some more sugar. Another tea bag. We got 2 instant coffees. Like I said, a very massive ration. Lots of components, lots of items. So I'm going to go ahead and split this up and get a dinner going. Okay, for dinner I got the bread, lamb korma main, whole grain cereal bar with fruit and chia seeds. Got some Tabasco. The candies for dessert. Got Werther's Original and M&M's. Can opener and open and cheese. The yeast extract. Sweetened condensed milk, maybe for the tea. I got sugar and tea bag. Some black pepper seasoning. We got the noodles and meringue and the chocolate ration. I'm gonna go ahead and start warming some water up on the fire. Okay, this is water for the soup and the tea. Got my little kettle set up, little Y branch. Good to go. And there's no FR8, so I'm just gonna put the main in the Dutch mess kit, warm it up over the fire. I'll just add a little bit of water. Kind of the best way to boil it. Okay, we can open. I'm excited to see this bread up. I see a little tear notch at the top. Look at that. Wow. It's like fluffy. It's not like super dense. It has a really nice smell to it. That's gonna be awesome bread. And then we have the, oops. Basically a whole grain cereal bar with fruit and chia seeds. It's like a granola bar. For the noodles, I'm going to be placing in my check mess kit. Put the lid on it after we put the noodles in. Let them sit. And then we'll add the seasoning after we drain the water. I'm just going to put just enough water in there to cover the noodles. Okay, I'm going to make the tea. We can open this chocolate ration bar. Got a little bit of bloomage. Nothing too crazy. Take a couple bricks. Because we do have the desserts already. I kind of want to save this for breakfast as well, but I did want to try it out. Go ahead and open the can of cheese real quick. It's real nice that it actually comes with a can opener. Another one I can add to the kit. It works really good. I'm going to leave the lid on partially so I can just close it up, but there's our cheese. I believe our noodles and our tea are ready to go, and the main is ready to go as well, so I'll go get that. I'll add the sugar. If I need to add more, I can add some of the sweetened condensed milk. And the noodles, kind of drain some of the water off. Now we got the water drained off, we can add our seasonings. It comes with 3. And it also has 2 packs of the silver packs of the seasonings. And then we have our lamb korma. It's all warmed up. Go ahead and open it up and put it in the small Dutch mess kit. All right, now we have dinner prepared. So first thing we'll try is the granola bar. Okay, so this is a great start. I really enjoy this bar. Very natural fruit flavoring and very chewy. Like I said, very satisfying. I enjoy that a lot. And the bread, so fluffy. I'm going to try and just cut it in half real quick. That way I can use it for multiple things. Right now we got 2 slices of bread. We'll try with the main. Or else we can just put cheese on it. But while the main's hot, let's go ahead and try that. This is lamb korma. I've only had one other lamb main, and it wasn't for me, but let's see how this one does. Oh yeah, I can definitely get into this. This is really good. The other lamb main I had, it was nothing compared to this. The lamb meat does still have a nice chew to it, and then the seasonings is what really kicks it off. Nice curry flavor, strong seasonings, very upfront, and that's what I like. It's not spicy, but it's just on the edge. I'm going to try some of this cheese just by itself. Yeah, the container. Oh yeah, this is really nice as well. Has a sharp cheddar flavor to it, even though it's just processed cheddar cheese. I can taste and know the sharpness in there. I'm going to put some on this bread real quick. Just try that. Now, many of it told me that this is one of their favorite rations, and I can see why. Everything is tasting great. The cheese by itself, amazing. Putting on the bread. Now, this bread, that's the closest thing to I think there is to bread in a ration. Now, the Latvian ration has the rye bread. That's really close. This is the closest to like just regular bread. It's fluffy. It's not overly dry. And then I cut it in half. I have the couple pieces. But I'm going to go and wash it down with the tea. Tea worked out great. it's not overly strong, and the sugar just smoothed it out just perfectly for me. Now I'm excited for these, the MRE noodles. I let them sit a little bit longer after I stirred them up. Okay, these are going to be hard to beat. This is our MVP so far. I really enjoy everything else, but I just love this noodle setup. The fact you add the seasonings to it just really adds so much flavor. I wish you could see more of these in other rations, because a little bit goes a long way with these seasonings. Yeah, I couldn't stop. I just love those noodles so much. All right, now we can try a piece of this chocolate. Okay, it's nice chocolate, but it's actually milk chocolate. I'm not a huge milk chocolate fan. I prefer dark chocolate, but it's still perfectly fine for what it is. We got some M&Ms. See how they held up. Not cracked up or anything, so M&Ms are fine. Like I said, the hard candy shell saves them a lot. They weren't cracked up. Again, they're milk chocolate. Still a nice treat for after dinner. But I haven't had one of these in a very long time. These are the Werther's Original Cream Candies. I almost think you'd like throw it right in the tea. For sure, these are great candies. I think these would be great if you're hiking and you're on the trail and you wanted just something to snack on while you're going. These would be great for that. This time get that mega bite. So I got my bread right here. I got the cheese. This cheese is awesome. And then we got the yeast extract. So I'm going to pop that open real quick. We're using that for other meals as well. A little bit goes a long way. Look at that. Yeah, we'll just make a little smiley face out of it. And then I'm going to add some of this lamb main on there, because this is going to be a zesty bite. Let's get that mega bite. Oh yeah, just amazing. The mega bite was awesome. I believe the yeast extract is really good for me because it enhances the flavor of everything else. It stands out, gives you a nice bite, and then the cheese, really good. Throwing the main on there, and that bread is fantastic. Absolutely awesome dinner. I am so excited for lunch and breakfast. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and we'll look at some of the other items in the Alpha Outpost solar box. Okay, it's time to talk about the solar box, so SLL box from Alpha Outpost. This is a pass box. And they have, if you become a member, great company, lots of great products. I said just all the great products keep coming. And again, I really like how they have a booklet. And the booklet not only has what's in the box and some, like little comics about why their stuff is useful, but also has the knowledge of, this one goes over don't wait until you're outside, how to treat sunburn, all important things. If you're in a survival situation, you do not want to be messing around with being dehydrated or having heat stroke. Has one of the items on there and how to use it, the SOL radio, we'll get to that. Has some facts about the sun. And then this is what I was talking about as far as the heat stroke, what are the symptoms of it, because again, this is something you don't want to be messing with being in a survival situation or any situation, depending on how long you're out in the sun. And then heat cramps, how do you deal with that? Again, that's lots of great knowledge to learn about, so you're ready. So if you have to deal with it, and you can also help somebody in need if they're having this problem. But you can watch some of the symptoms for yourself. Now the challenge, I already took care of that because it says use the lens to melt or start a fire with the solar fire starter. Got that done. Let's go and check out the box. Again, it comes with the big lens, which is very powerful, very lightweight, could slide it anywhere in one of your kits. It comes with 2 rechargeable camping lanterns. Now I've been looking for these, so it's really cool. They actually come in this kit, and they're solar rechargeable. So got the little solar up top, and this little light will come on if they're charging from the solar. And I did have this opened, and because it does come with the filler, but I always take the filler out and use it for tinder and keep it in my tinder pack. But I wanted to put these in the sun to see if I can get some charge on them. So this pops up like this, and then boom, got a lantern. Now as you close it, you'll see it cuts off like a limit switch. So that saves the power. And then you can turn it like this, flip this little handle up, and you push this button, boom, you got a light, flashlight. So really dual purpose, really like these. You can charge them with the 120 volt outlet, but you can also charge items with this. It's got the USB, so you can charge your phone or anything like that. That's really cool. Okay, so it comes with this lantern, and it also comes with a second one, which I don't know if they vary in color, but this one's actually like a bronze color. Same thing, has the lamp here. Opens up, you can charge it with the solar power, and you can charge it with the plug too. It's got the morale patch. It's really cool if you like those. It's got the Velcro. And then this is the SOL solar flashlight radio. It's got the hand crank on it, and I've actually been looking for one of these just in case as well, because you can charge it with the solar power, and it's got the radio. And again, anytime you see that light indicator on any of these, it says charging with the solar, and it's got a flashlight as well. And then it's got the hand crank. So if no light, no solar power's out, and you need to get to I believe it has the weather band on this, and you just crank it up. I believe you crank it for 2 minutes, and you can flip it to the weather band, turn this on, and start scanning it. So I just use some more practice than that, but it'd be cool it's just cool to have a hand crank device. If you need to, worst case, you could just hand crank it and you have a radio to see what's going on as far as AM, FM, or weather band. And it also has a USB charging device, or you can charge it with the cord that comes with it. But yeah, overall, I think it's a great box. It comes with a lot of great stuff. I mean, especially solar charged. I'm excited to use these tonight when it gets dark out, and we'll see how effective they are. Like this pass box and any other pass box, use dubc to get that 15% off of your order from alphaoutpost.com. The link will be down below. Now I can go ahead and cut to some footage of when I first got here and show some of the problems I ran into when I opened up the shelter. Okay, one thing I'm seeing coming back to the shelter is we've got vegetation growing, and it's something I'm gonna have to watch. Got a lot of worm activity. You can see where they kind of warms up. I got a new mat. It works out really good for keeping the mud down if it gets wet in here. And then underneath here, if I can show this, where most of the vegetation's growing, and I gotta be careful because I don't want it damaging the bunk bed. So I'll have to watch that for sure. Make sure it doesn't grow up through. But other than that, everything looks pretty good intact. Got like slugs kind of on the bottom edge all the way around. I was looking for ants because when I first built it in this corner there was ants in here, but I don't see them, so that's good. Just gotta watch out for that. Okay, I found the ants. They're actually above, up above. So when I was pulling something out, I actually got ants on my tarp in one of my cubby holes. That's the only cubby hole that seems to be affected. I pulled everything else out, so I just put that back in there for now until I get a plan. And then, like I said, all the other cubby holes, they seem fine. No ants, but I'll definitely have to take care of that so I don't have a bunch of ants jumping down while I'm trying to sleep. Okay, now you've seen the issues inside the shelter. I seen those ants and I was like, man, I'm tempted just to. I just got a new Whoopie from Alpha Outpost. Like I said, it came with the canteen. I really wanted a canteen set. I'll be making my coffee up in here. It comes with a canteen cook set. Warm up my water with that, and then yeah, I was like thinking about putting the Whoopie out here and just sleeping by the fire because I'm not too excited about potentially waking up with a sleeping bag full of ants. It'd be interesting, but we are losing daylight, and excited to try out the lamps. We got the lantern, 2 lanterns, and the radio. Like I said, the radio works good. I've tuned in some stations. Don't want to play them on the video, but as I said, I've tuned in AM and FM. And then I want to try the flashlight, see how strong it is. And I only charged it with the solar. I did not plug it in or anything. The cool thing about the radio is, no matter what you have, you can't charge it, and there's no sun. You got the hand crank. So if you only have this, you can hand crank for the light, the radio, and potentially charge something with it. I don't know how many cranks you'd have, but maybe you could charge a phone by just cranking away, and maybe get enough juice to do something on your phone or cellular device. So it's a really cool concept. For those who didn't know what a Whoopie is, it's basically a multi-purpose blanket or cover. It's got strings tied off every so often, so you could use it for all kinds of things, such as ground cover. If you want to make a shelter out of it, there's a lot of things you could do. And it came in the Outback Alpha Outpost pack, along with the canteen. But I got to use it using this ground cover right now, so I can just sit on the ground. Okay, so we have the lanterns, and to be honest, they actually put out quite a bit of light for a solar rechargeable unit. So it's pretty nice. And like I said, they close up, and then they turn into a flashlight. So we'll have to check out the flashlight portion in just a moment. I'd say the lantern is a little bit more effective than the flashlight, but this flashlight is more than enough to get around in the woods if needed. And like I said, it's very nice for just a solar recharge unit. Now let's check out the light on the radio. This is the light on the radio. It's not that bright, but again, with the hand crank, you're able to keep this going as long as you can crank the handle. So that's a nice feature. If you needed to get to A to B and you just need to crank the handle just to keep going, that'd be an option. But I think the lanterns are the best feature. Like I said, they provide a lot of light, and I'm going to see, after each charge, how long it would last and how effective it would be. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, there's plenty enough light to do whatever you need to do. And it's got light 360 degrees around. And you could hang it if you wanted to get more light. But just on the ground like this, that's nice. You can get a lot of light coverage with that. Okay, it's bedtime. I got both lanterns set up. They're providing just enough light to do whatever I need to do. I actually got the hideout pillow, which is inflatable. I've been wanting to try this out because it, like I said, it's very compact. So it folds down to like nothing. Blow this up and see if it works pretty good for a pillow. Okay, this is the Alpha Outpost pillow. I'll inflate it out. It comes in the hideout. Hideout comes with a tent, this pillow, and a bedroll for like $15. So, I mean, I have another camp pillow from Teton that I don't mind, but because this one's so compact, I think it might be easier to carry, and less weight equals good. So I'll go ahead and try it out tonight. This pillow is actually really comfortable. Like I said, if it works out, it definitely would help out as far as packing. But I'm really excited for the breakfast from that CR1M and the lunch. So I guess it's lights out. Okay, it's morning time. Lights are still working great. Pillow worked pretty good. I'd say I like this one's actually more firm than the Teton camp pillow, so that's a plus for me. May not be for everybody else. It's time for make some coffee. So I got the coffee from the CR1M, and this is the canteen kit I was talking about. It actually comes out of this case, and it's actually a cook set, because you can set that in there and you can warm your water up in that. Instead of using the bottom piece, I'm actually going to use another piece that I got. Got this from Jim, and he got it from the MRE Empire, and it's the canteen stove, so I'll be showing that off. Just using some hexamine tablets. So I'll put the canteen in there, get that up, and get some coffee going. Okay, like I said, this comes with the bottom piece that you can put the fuel down here and warm that up, but I don't want to. I want to try that later. I'm going to try the flexi stove because I got that a while back and I haven't got to try it out yet. One, because I didn't have a canteen that would fit it, but I finally got that. Now, I got this flexi stove, very lightweight, very compact. You just open it up, and you actually put your fuel source down here, and then you slide your canteen in the top. Perfect fit. It's pretty stable and looks like it should work out pretty good. I want to make my coffee up like that. And again, special thanks to Jim for sending this my way. And this is actually from, you got that from MRE Empire. But it's an individual person food and beverage heating system. And when you're done, just fold it back up nice and neat. Pull that on the bottom. There's the tabs, kind of pull everywhere and then push in, flattens right out. I'll actually be using one of the Russian stoves for the fuel. So, and that's one thing about this, you put the fuel on the bottom and it stays in there, whereas if you use the other cook set, you're kind of using the ground, so you have the potential of starting the ground on fire. But I'm really interested to see how this works. Put my fuel down here. You can actually reach in through one of these holes and light it, I believe. Now I got my fuel lit. I shake it towards the middle. I'll set our canteen in with the water. See if we can get it boiling. A little side shot. See the fuel in there just cooking away. Okay, water's just about boiling, so it's time to get the instant coffee ready. We put it in my wooden cup. Alright, now we got the water boiling. It's time to pour it in the coffee. And the handle's still cool enough to touch. Got a little bit more fuel left. Just going to pour this in. Okay, I got my coffee. And then I was able to throw the remaining fuel right on top of my fire. The embers. And was able to restart my fire, so double win. Okay, for the coffee, I'm really impressed with this coffee. It's very bold, a little bit of bitterness, but strong. It's got a nice upfront kick, and that's what I needed right now. Love my morning coffees to have a nice kick to them. I'd say this is nearer, in my opinion, some of the best camping weather right now. And a couple reasons. It's not too hot, but it's not too cold. I've been in extreme cold temps and I've been in extreme hot temps as far as where I'm living, not around the world or anything like that. But this is perfect. You're comfortable almost in the morning and you're comfortable almost like throughout the day without having to worry about it being too cold or too hot. And then the bugs. The bugs were coming around. They are around, but they're not swarming. I've seen a couple mosquitoes, but it's almost too cold for them to react. But it's also been going up and down here where I live. I mean, it was 34 degrees one night, and now, like last night, I think it was like 44 degrees. So it's pretty cold for bugs. But, you know, it just gives you a nice break because you can have all the fun things about summer camping without the bugs and the comfort of not having extreme cold or extreme hot. So I'd say it's pretty close to the best weather for camping. Okay, it's breakfast time. I have the CR1M Menu B. I had an excellent dinner last night, and I'm hoping to have a better breakfast and lunch. So we're going to have I believe this is like a chocolate shake with nutrition. It's hospital formula. Probably it's high in calcium, vitamin D, iron and magnesium. Lots of great things in that. So So mix that up. We have the sweetened condensed milk, strawberry jam, a biscuit jam sandwich. We got some diced 2 fruits and syrup. Got our can opener, fruit bar, and then natural muesli and fruits and seeds. And then the Flexi stove works so nice, I'm going to use it twice. I'm going to use it to warm up the water for the muesli. Okay, I want to open this stuff up, see what this is all about. So this is a biscuit jam sandwich. Oh, nice. They got like 2 little cookies in here, biscuit jams in the middle of them. I've never seen them like that in a ration, so that's really awesome. And we got a fruit bar. It's an all fruit bar. I'm excited to try that. Perfect breakfast item. Okay, the hot water is ready to go for the muesli, so I'm going to open that up. This sounds amazing. You got dried fruits, papaya. You have the apricots, just pineapple, cranberries, all kinds of awesome fruits in there. It says you can use the creamer if you wanted to, but I got the sweetened condensed milk, so I can add that. Let's go ahead and pull this here. Pour hot water in, give it a stir. Okay, we'll go ahead and open up this is the diced 2 fruits and syrup. Now we can mix up the shake. 200 milliliters of cold water, 4 milk. Okay, everything's ready to go, so it's time to start eating. So we have the biscuit and jam. Oh, for sure, it's definitely a great breakfast item. So it's like 2 sugar cookies with a strawberry center, and it's more like taffy than jam, but it's very subtly sweet. So it's not, overwhelming, but very enjoyable. Very smooth. Go ahead and try some of this fruit. It's the 2 fruits and syrup. Yep, it's, I've had them on retorts, and, like the Canadian IMP has really nice fruit in the retort. And this is really nice too. I'd like to see more cans or, something, because this is really just a nice, refreshing fruit snack. It's just peaches and pears and syrup, but like I said, it's kind of breaks up the palate when you're eating like retort foods or anything like that. Go ahead and try a bite of this fruit bar. This is like a very natural fruit leather. Very enjoyable. It just has that natural flavor, but nice, hard, it's like a taffy consistency. It'd be something really nice if you were just like on the trail and you could just kind of bite and chew your way through that. Really awesome. Now we can try this muesli just by itself. And so the thing is loaded with all kinds of wonderful fruits. Okay, the muesli just by itself, to me, is perfect. It has a nice sweetness just from the fruits. And then the oats, everything just comes together really well. Like I say, you can thicken it up with the creamer, but I'm going to use the sweetened condensed milk. Because it is, it's not necessarily bland, but it is semi-sweet. Add a little sweetened condensed to the top, mix it in. Now we can give it a try. Adding the sweetened condensed milk gives it that sweet and creamy flavor that most people are going to be looking forward to. Like I said, I like it either way, but it is, like I said, it is a little bit better with that SCM spread on there. But I do want to try the strawberry jam as well. And I did come with the biscuit cream crackers I was going to use for lunch. I'll just try one so I can try this strawberry jam. I could put it on there, but it already has a filling in it. And remember, I don't think I've ever had a strawberry jam like this out of a tube. It looks really good. I gotta say, these biscuits are awesome. The biscuit cream crackers, it looks like it says Huntley and Palmer's on them. Just by themselves, very light, airy, crunchy. They're not salty, but they have a savory flavor behind them. And they pair so well with the strawberry jam, which is also fantastic. Very nice, natural flavor. I mean, All the items in this ration, all high quality so far, and all have been excellent. Let's go ahead and try the chocolate shake. Oh yeah, you could say that's good. That is very, very good. It reminds me of the American MRE chocolate protein shake, which is my second favorite MRE component from American MREs. First being the milk and blueberries, but that is very rich, semi-sweet chocolate flavor. Lots of nutrients in there. Just an absolutely fantastic breakfast. Time for that breakfast megabyte. I said this ration has lots of options. I want to take some of this muesli, put it on this biscuit, put the remaining bit of the fruit leather on there, and then hit it with some of the strawberry jam. Oh, look at that, we got a mosquito. No. Let's try that out. Okay, that megabyte made me just look into the woods and think how wonderful and happy I am that I found rations. The combination of that biscuit with the jam taffy, having the fruit leather in there, the muesli, and that strawberry jam, all wonderful components together, all gave a different textures and flavors. It was over the top. Just fantastic. Again, another fantastic meal. I'm looking forward to lunch because both dinner and breakfast have been amazing. Okay, it's lunchtime. The final meal. We have the instant mashed potatoes. I got some tomato ketchup that I want to try, Tabasco and black pepper for the main, isotonic drink powder orange, the biscuit cream crackers, the Jack Link's peppered steak bar, the main, which is pasta bolognese, or spaghetti bolognese, and then creamy mushroom soup. And I also bagged up the items from yesterday's dinner. So I have a slice of the bread left over, the cheese, and yeast extract. I got the main warming up, and I got some water boiling for the mashed potatoes. We're going to get those ready. I'm going to make them right up in the pouch. Looks like there's some herbs in there. It's got a nice gusset, so I just set this up, get the hot water, and then make them up right there. So that's ready to go. I'll use the small Czech Mesket pan for the creamy mushroom soup. Both the mashed potatoes and the soup call for 250 milliliters of hot water. Get the hot water ready at the fire. Half in that, and the other half in here. Okay, the spaghetti bolognese is warmed up. Pop that open. Put it into the mess kit. Gonna mix up my orange drink. Now this is a ton of food. Definitely could be used snacking. I'm just opening everything up. Had a really balanced dinner and breakfast, but there's still a ton of food left. I'm just gonna open up my steak bar. We are ready to eat. Okay, the first thing I'll try is the creamy mushroom soup. It's got definitely thickened up quite a bit. Let's go ahead and try it out. Now, typically I'm not a big fan of soups, but this one is really good. The creaminess, it's so smooth and creamy, and then these croutons give it a nice crunch. So, I mean, I was thinking about adding in cream crackers, which I still will, but these croutons are enough to give you that crunch and, you know, texture difference. But the subtle flavor of the mushroom, and it's not overly salty, so that's also very enjoyable. Okay, next thing we try is the main spaghetti bolognese. Okay, this tastes very similar to the American MRE spaghetti. However, there's a nice change up. I don't know if you can see it, but the meat is like stewed meat. So it has a nice bite to it, not like a ground beef. So, and then the seasonings are right on. It's a little bland for me, but we do have the black pepper, the tomato ketchup, and the Tabasco I'm going to try putting on top. These packets with the black pepper are huge, so probably get a couple uses out of this throughout the ration. Put some black pepper on it. Then we're going to do a little bit of this tomato ketchup because I just want to see what it's about. If it's similar to our ketchup, it may be, but like the Russian tomato sauce is really got a really different taste to it. So we'll put some of that over there, and then we'll put the Tabasco in the middle. Okay, first we'll try the tomato ketchup and the pepper. Okay, the tomato ketchup was more rich than I'm used to, and that would be something you'd want to do if you didn't like spice, because it does change up the flavor. But if you want to add the spice, you have the Tabasco. And we'll try that. Like, I prefer the spice, and that's how I do it, but I actually like both ways pretty good. Go ahead and wash it down with this orange drink. Okay, the isotonic drink powder orange is very thirst quenching. It's designed that way, you know, like a sports drink, very refreshing, and it's just very smooth. I like the breakfast orange flavor a little bit better, but if you want to quench your thirst, this would definitely do it. Go ahead and try the steak bar next. Okay, the peppered steak bar is really nice balance between sweet and savory. It has a little bit of sweetness to it, and then it has the black pepper kick. And the black pepper kick actually has a little heat to it. So that's very enjoyable. It's nice to have, you know, this if you're hiking or you're on the move. You could just chew on this and just snack on this really easily. So that'd be a really nice snack on the go. Now it's time to try the instant mashed potato. Looks like they formed up perfectly. The mashed potatoes are, you know, just like your typical instant mash. I do like the fact that there's chives in it because it definitely breaks up the flavor. And one thing you could do is add the cheese to this and make cheesy mashed potatoes. So far, another excellent meal. Let me go ahead and make them a nice mega bite though. I got these biscuits. I actually tried these biscuit cream crackers for lunch, but put some of the main on there. And now we're going to add some yeast extract. So like I said, it just typically enhances the flavor for me. And then some of this tomato ketchup for some more zest. I'll top it off, make a little sandwich with the remaining bread. Check that out. Another great mega bite. There's so many combinations in this meal between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's like mega bite overload. So many cool things you can do with the cheese, the crackers, the bread. I mean, the soup's mashed potatoes. You could take the cream of mushroom soup and put it in the mashed potatoes and make it like a, you know, a mixture of that. There's so many great things. All right, so this has just been a great meal. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and head to recap. Okay, time for the recap on the overnight, the gear, and the food. First, the overnight. It was fantastic. Get out here, getting outdoors. And I wanted to come to the shelter just to check on it, make sure it was okay. Ran into a few problems with ants and a few of the, you know, the vegetation growing up. But that's all stuff I can take care of. And I came out to the shelter just to ease back into it. I didn't want to try and build a shelter or anything just yet because I want to kind of get back into the outdoors and then work from there. But it was a fantastic time. Slept great. It was awesome sitting by the campfire, cooking on it. Just a great time. Now, as far as the food, I had the CR1M Menu B. Fantastic ration. Now, the quality of the food that I like consider like a French RCIR, top notch. Really impressed me with the quality of this one. And I've heard that this is a favorite of many. I understand why now. All the meals consisted of very high quality foods, in my opinion, and the ability to mix and match with all the stuff was fantastic. And then the fact that the ration actually came with like a scrubbing pad and, you know, rubber bands and all kinds of other tools and utensils, the can opener, that's a really nice setup. Now, I usually have all that stuff ready to go for my kits, but I'm going to be taking the ones I didn't use and I'll be putting the matches and all that stuff into other kits that I don't have that stuff in there. So it was really nice. And then special thanks again to Racheal Sunshine for sending this my way to get to check out. But as far as dinner, I start off with that. Noodles, MVP of the whole meal, but I really enjoy them, and I don't see them in rations enough. I've heard of them, and I've actually had them from Minotaur Trading Company when they had it. They were fantastic, and like I said, I wish to see those in rations more. But dinner was fantastic. Had the lamb korma main, the bread. This like probably the best bread in all of rations. You know, I was able to split it and use it on other meals. Then I had breakfast next. The muesli, very fresh, very natural, and just everything about breakfast. From the fruit bar to, I mean, every component was very high quality. And all the way to lunch. Lunch had the spaghetti bolognese. Again, kind of bland at the beginning, but it was really nice. I was able to mix and match with the Tabasco sauce, the ketchup, and then the black pepper. But the mashed potatoes were really good. I really like the fact they had chives in it. The creamy mushroom soup. Again, I'm not really a soup fan, but that was a really good soup, and it had croutons in it. Everything just come together really well. And then the can of cheese and the fruit, that's a nice touch. I love exploring new rations and finding new things, and it re-energizes that feeling you get when you first get into this, you know, the rations and exploring them. It's just so cool to, you know, the information packet inside the bag, how much information it has on it, and just so many wonderful things. But a lot can be said, great things that can be said about this ration. If you have not tried one, definitely check it out. Fantastic. Okay, for the gear, I had the Alpha Outpost SOL box or solar box. I was able to start a fire with the lens. I used the lamps, which are still, I mean, they're charging right now in the sun. For light, both flashlight and, you know, the lantern, both worked great in my opinion. I'll continue to use those. And then I also used the Flexi stove, which I think you can get them from MRE Empire. That worked great. And now I have the canteen from Alpha Outpost as well, so I can warm up water using this. It was really easy and very effective. But again, just an awesome overnight, awesome ration, and some great gear. It was a good time. What more can you ask for? So that's all I got now, so thanks for watching. Have a great day.